everybody. So the sun is shining, the weather is warm, and you know what time it is?
It's burger time.
That is right. So have you ever wondered what is it that makes the perfect burger?
And we're not talking In-N-Out or Whataburger.
No, sirree. We're talking made from scratch, knock your socks out, best burger in the world.
Now, there's a lot that goes into building the perfect burger.
That is true. That's true. And I have to say, I know the secrets to make the world's best hamburger.
You do you?
Oh, I do.
Well, I've got a couple of burger tricks up my sleeve.
Is that a challenge?
Well, I think it might be.
Well, you heard it here first. Welcome to the first ever
Ultimate Burger Challenge! Yahoo! Now I'm hungry and excited. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
Here.
So, I love making my burgers from scratch. And like Wesley said, there's some really important factors you have to take into consideration for the perfect burger. And I think first and foremost, it's all about the beef, right? So I am headed to my favorite meat market where I'm gonna get some premium cuts of beef. I'm gonna get some top sirloin, some brisket, and because I'm feeling really adventurous, I'm gonna get some beef short ribs. And then I'm gonna take them home, I'm gonna pull out my grinder, and I'm gonna grind them up to perfection. Oh, it's gonna be so good, I can hardly wait. All right, we're here, woohoo, I love this place. Yay! Okay, well, I got my meat. There's nothing better than a big bag of meat. Okay, so let me tell you how I'm planning on preparing this burger. It's a little, I don't know, it's not your average way of doing it, but I think it's gonna be great. I'm gonna use what's called the Sous Vide technique. I'll show you more on that when we're back actually making the burger. But let's talk about some other really important components. One of the most important components are the buns, right? So of course I gotta make them from scratch, I just got to. So back at the house, before we came here, I got my dough going, I got my bun dough going, it's proofing, so it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna rise, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm also gonna do some caramelized onions, I'm gonna make an aioli with some balsamic, rosemary, and garlic, oh my gosh. And I think I'm gonna incorporate some Gruyere cheese in there somehow. All of that is gonna come together, you guys, and Wesley is not gonna have a chance. All right, I'm going to the market. I'll see you guys back at the house.
Hey guys, so I'm going to blow the lid off of this challenge because I am going to smoke my burger and I'm gonna use our Smoke and Tex electric smoker. We love the smoker because first of all, it moves and it's electric, so it cooks everything low and slow and at an even temperature the entire smoking process. But before I go any further, I gotta get some wood chips. So we already have cherry and apple, but hickory works so well with beef. So that's what I gotta get. And speaking of beef, I'm gonna up the ante and I'm gonna get some ground Wagyu beef for my patties. It's gonna be perfect. Woohoo! All right, off to get my wood chips and everything else. Okay, oh, I think I have everything I need for my amazing smoked burger. Oh, and I've decided to take things up a notch and make our homemade classic steak sauce. And then I'm gonna baste the burgers with the sauce halfway through the smoking process. So good. And I got some brioche buns, light and buttery. I'm gonna toast them on the grill. Oh, they're gonna make the perfect combination with the smoky burger and the steak sauce. Yes, and that's not it. I'm gonna make crispy onion strips to go on top of the burger. Oh, Chris is never gonna win this. Woohoo! All right.
Are you ready for a challenge?
I am ready.
You better be.
Oh, we ground some meat today.
We got back from the meat market and we ground our meat.
Chris was very kind to pick me up some Wagyu steaks, and
He was gonna do the pre-packaged kind, and I said, if you can grind your own meat, it's gonna be so much better.
And believe me, it is. And so I've got a bunch of Wagyu here that he grounded. I'm gonna make 2 patties. I think they're gonna be like a
third pound. We've agreed that we're each going to do the same size patty, so we're each doing a third pound.
And then I'm going to season mine up a little bit with one of my favorite seasonings in the whole world. It's called Maggi. Oh, it's so good. We discovered it when we were making our banh mi's years ago.
Right. So we are so excited because we're going to have a special judge a little later on who you're going to get to meet. So we are doing what we're doing is we're doing 2 burgers, one for our judge and then one that we're going to split and be able to taste each other's. So let me tell you about my meat. You saw what I got. So I got home and I ground that top sirloin, the brisket, and then the beef short ribs, which is going to be amazing. And so what I'm doing here is, if you can see, that is shredded Gruyere cheese that I blended with some softened butter, you know, because why not?
Nice.
And then I just got my third pound burger. I cut it in half, and I'm going to seal these sides. So sous vide is an amazing technique. A lot of chefs use it, and it's becoming very popular with home cooks now. If you've not tried it, this little contraption right here, it just sits in a pot of water, and you just plug it in. It's really incredible. You're going to think, why are you putting your meat in a baggie? Well, because it's going to cook it in this little baggie. And I have got this temperature right here. What I do is I fill this with water, and then I set it for whatever temperature I want. I want my burgers to be medium, maybe a little on the pink side, so I want them to get to 145 degrees. As soon as that hits 145 degrees, I'm ready to cook these. So I'm just going to place these in here, and what happens is the pressure from the water will just cause almost like a vacuum seal, and then I can seal it up, and then it's going to cook them. And for
not me.
You just keep on going. You made your patties. That's good.
Yes, I got my patties done.
This is going to cook them. It takes an hour for the patties to reach a consistent, unbelievable, even cooked temperature of 145 degrees.
Cooking a steak in this
is insane. And
ridiculous. Yeah.
And what the thing is, it's still hard for me to get my head around this, is once it reaches that temperature of 145 degrees, then it'll just stay there. It doesn't continue cooking. What are you doing to my meat?
I'm pushing it down in the water.
All right. So you want to make sure you get all of that air out of there, otherwise it will float a little bit. But anyway, so you can let it stay in there for up to 4 to 5 hours, and it's going to stay at that perfect temperature.
Can I talk now?
No.
All right, so I've got my patties here that I've formed, and I'm going to liberally salt and pepper, and I'm going to put a little, what is it? Onion powder and garlic powder, and I'm going to do it on each side, get it nice and seasoned.
Well, while you're doing that, I mean, take a look at what I'm doing.
I can't believe that you're making the homemade buns.
I had to. I love making homemade buns. So you saw earlier, before I went to the meat market, I did my first round of proofing. It doubled in size beautifully. And now I'm going to then what we did was I them into little, like 100-gram balls of dough, and then place them in here, and then let them proof again until they poofed up and basically doubled in size. I'm preheating my oven to 425. It's not quite there yet, but they don't cook very long. And you're going to be taking your meat out
getting ready to take my meat out there and smoke
to the smoker. I'm excited about that. I mean, smoked hamburgers, that sounds pretty good. Now I'm hitting these with a little bit of sesame seeds. This is a burger competition like none other.
It's ridiculous.
Kind of epic. I'm feeling
I had to test mine a couple of times to get it to the right taste, I guess.
Loon approved.
Loon approved.
Okay. All right.
Well,
so I'm getting my oven heated,
and I'm going to go out and get these in the smoker.
Yay!
Here we are, the smoker, y'all. This is the smoking text. Like I said earlier, it's amazing. If it's raining, and it's been raining so much, this is on wheels, so I can move it in, get it out of the rain. It's amazing. It's amazing, amazing, and I have a link to it so you can order one for yourself. Yay! All right, so I've got my wood chips here. I went and got my hickory from Lowe's, as you saw me do. I'm just gonna put in a couple of handfuls. I don't want that much, because a little goes a long way with this. Get that in there. slide that in, bring this out. Okay, I've got my patties. All right, putting that in there, closing this up, turning this to 225. There we go. And we're gonna let this go for probably a half an hour, and then I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna baste it with that steak sauce. Whew.
Okay, so your burgers are in?
Oh yeah.
They're smoking?
Smoking nicely.
All right, well, I'm gonna get my onions going.
It's hot out there too.
I'm gonna caramelize some onions, and I've got them in a nice hot skillet here with some oil.
Nice,
Yum, yum, yum.
nice. And I'm gonna make my steak sauce.
Homemade steak
y'all.
sauce.
So I've got 4 tablespoons of butter. I want to get this in here so I can get it melting. There we go. So good.
Okay, so while you're doing that,
yeah.
I've got my buns here. I've got my temperature. We're doing this in a scorching hot oven. It only takes like 10 minutes for these to bake perfectly. They're going to be soft and spongy. I love homemade buns.
That took forever to get to 425.
Well, it's because I got to get them up there nice and hot. All right, I'm stirring my onions.
All right, I'm getting these all melted. I'm going to go ahead and throw in some onions. So I've got a half an onion that is chopped up. We're gonna get this nice and translucent, just a little bit. I've got this nice and hot, which is good.
That is
There
really
we go.
good.
Wow, look at that. All right, I think I'm gonna throw in my garlic now. I've got 2 cloves of finely minced garlic. There we go.
Homemade steak sauce, that's gonna elevate the flavor.
Y'all. And this is all gonna simmer together for a while too.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go in for the kill here. I've got tomato paste. I've got 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Get that in there. Yum. A 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Oh no, that's the soy sauce. I got Worcestershire right here. There we go.
They look a lot alike.
Then I've got 2 tablespoons of soy sauce.
Yeah,
2 tablespoons of lemon juice.
The flavor of this steak sauce is through the roof.
2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
Yum, yum, yum.
I got 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Yum, I love
I tell you, this is a competition.
It is, watch out.
I know, you're going for broke.
You wait till you see what I do with my steak sauce.
Are you sure we want to see?
Chris. All right, I'm gonna let this go for about, oh, hold on, I gotta get this stuff in there.
Yeah, I was wondering
I got
about
my
that.
rosemary, 2 big old sprigs of rosemary. Get that in there. That's what adds that just
Flavor, that depth of flavor. Yeah.
wonderful smell.
Well, my hamburgers are just cooking nicely over here.
So rude. I gotta go out and sweat it out.
Okay, so that's gonna go for how long?
About 10 minutes.
Okay, and I got my buns are gonna go about 10 minutes. Yay!
How are those?
These are good. They're done. I'm gonna put a little.
Smell so good.
I know. There's nothing better than caramelized onions.
I have basted my burgers.
Have you?
Yeah, they are good.
They looking
basted.
good. All right. Well, I'm gonna make some my rosemary garlic balsamic aioli.
Oh yes, and then I've got these onions that I soaked in. You saw me soak them in the. What did I soak them in?
Buttermilk.
Thank you. It's hot out there. Soak them in
onion
buttermilk,
strips
and then I put them in some flour that was seasoned with some salt and pepper. So good.
And a few other seasonings.
And a few other seasonings. And now I've got some hot oil here, about 375, and I'm just gonna plop these in and fry them up.
Okay, so I've got a little
crunch to
mayo,
my burger.
a mayo here. I've got like 3/4 of a cup. I've got about a tablespoon of good aged balsamic vinegar. This is fresh rosemary. It's about a
That
teaspoon.
aioli that you got going on there.
It is the bomb. Then we've got a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I've got a couple of cloves of garlic that I've minced. And then I'm gonna put how are they doing over there? And then I'm gonna do just
Hot.
a little bit of, well, the hot oil typically
I swear, you stick me outside with the smoke.
This was all your
I know
idea,
it was.
Wesley. Yeah, I didn't do
And now
anything.
I'm above the hot oil. It's like I work in a restaurant or something.
Okay, so you're gonna cook those until
Yes.
they're done, and I'm gonna keep stirring my aioli till it's
Aioli.
till it is completely combined. Those smell good.
Oh, look at those! Are going to add a nice crunch.
That is a good. That's a good addition to your burger.
Thank you.
Excited for that. So now look at my buns, Wesley.
I am super jealous.
Are you checking out my buns? So look how I told you they'd get nice and soft and spongy. That's the way you want a hamburger bun. So I'm excited about that. My aioli.
Aioli. See, you're having trouble.
I know you've influenced me. So my aioli is mixed together. My burgers are about done. My buns are done. My onions are done.
I'm almost done.
You're almost done. It's almost time to bring it all together.
Yes.
I'm getting nervous. Okay, we are in the final stretch. I can't believe
excited. My burger is going to be amazing.
Okay, well, I think mine are going to be pretty epic then too. So I'm going to go ahead and butter my buns.
Those amazing buns. Okay. And then I've got my buns. I've buttered them already. I've got these nice brioche buns. They're going to be so good with those steak sauce burgers.
Yes.
And then I've got my provolone cheese here. Now I'm going to make a little sauce that I want to put on my burger, and it's a steak sauce aioli. So I've got about 2 teaspoons of mayonnaise here. I'm going to just do a big old, and this is separate. I separated this sauce out from before I basted, so obviously I don't want to have any contamination.
Obviously.
So I've got a big spoon here of my steak sauce, and I'm just going to mix that in. It's that simple, and it's got that tangy, delicious taste to it. So I'm just gonna mix that up.
I said we were almost done.
I'm sorry, I take time.
Yeah, you're meticulous with your aioli.
My aioli.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we've been both hit in his smoker and in my sous vide. We need to finish them off. We need to give them a nice sear. So you're doing yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my buns, take my cheese out there, give my burgers a nice sear.
On the grill, is what I was trying to get you to say.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm going to do mine over here in the skillet. I got a scorching hot skillet. I'm going to toast my buns. And then it's time to finally make them and have them judged.
Yes. All right, these are good. They've reached the temperature that I want, around 140. I'm going to take these out. Take that out. Oh, it comes out. Come on, there you go. I have got a screeching hot grill, and I want to get these seared off on here. Get that on there. I want to keep these on here for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to flip them over and put the cheese on and put my brioche buns on there to get all toasted. Woo!
Okay, so I'm gonna start off by toasting these beautiful buns. I've got a kamal over here, which is basically just a flat skillet over a super hot flame, and those are gonna take just a couple of minutes. Now, this is the fun part. This is where a lot of people are like, I don't know, that's kind of gross looking, it looks weird. Well, just wait till you taste it. These burgers are perfectly cooked. They just need to be finished off a little bit. And so what I'm gonna do is at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and season them. These are cooked, so we're good. So I got some of my barbecue beef rub seasoning, and I've got another skillet over here over super high heat, and I'm gonna put these down, the seasoning side down. They're gonna sizzle like you'll love to hear. And we're just gonna get them a nice sear on the outside. We're not really cooking them a whole lot more, just a little bit, and this is only gonna be like 2 minutes per side. And then it is time to build the burger of a lifetime. It's been 2 minutes per side. These burgers are looking good.
Wow. Those two look good.
Here's the good, Wesley.
I am hot. It is hot out there. It's Texas, y'all.
You've been smoking out in the Texas heat. What do you say?
So I've got my brioche buns that I toasted when I was doing my last grill of the hamburgers. And I'm just going to put a little layer of the clamped. So excited.
I can't believe that it's finally come together.
I know.
I think Jay is here, so now
I know.
I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, so
that was a little, can I just quickly say that was my steak?
Yes.
My steak Aioli. I have an uncle named Oli, so I always remember aioli by going, aioli.
He can't say aioli without saying aioli. So, okay, I've got my homemade hamburger buns, right? Okay.
Yeah,
and then I've got my rosemary, garlic, balsamic basil. I have got my sous vide burgers that are stuffed with Gruyere. And of course, we got to remember that these are freshly ground.
I want to make sure everybody can see what you're doing there.
And then I've got my onions, my caramelized onions that we're going to place on top.
You've got onions, I've got onions, I've got my fried onions.
Yours are fried.
Yes.
I feel like we're like on a major competition show or something.
I know.
I guess we sort of are.
Well, you're used to it from your guys' grocery games.
Well, we'll never get used to that. Okay, I've got a pretty impressive looking burger
and just
here.
so Jay knows, our hands are clean.
Yes. Jay knows and everybody else knows. Okay.
All right, Chris, I'm going to make my other one real quick. Get it going for us to compare.
I want to give the best one to our illustrious judge. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to set mine right here.
Ooh, I'm finally cooling down.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on, let me get...
Oh, that looks good, Wesley.
Let me get his on there. Oh, y'all, look at that. Look at that. Here we go. Right there.
Are we ready to call in the one and only Jay Marks?
He's ready, I'm sure.
Jay, come on in, Jay. Yay, Hi,
Watch
Jay.
out for the dogs.
Yes.
How are you? Good. How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us. So Jay is a realtor here in North Texas. Jay Marks.
Realtor extraordinaire.
He is like breaks all the records. He's amazing. He's also hungry, and he's a food influencer. He does a thing called Foodie Fridays, and he
goes through that.
He goes restaurants. He
checks out all
talks
the new
to people
restaurants
into food
and tells us where to eat.
Yes, he's the best. So he's very honest, which makes me a little nervous. Yeah. But anyway, so I guess let's tell you real quickly what we've got. We're going to go ahead and tell you who's whose.
I'm already like, I'm a winner because I get to try.
Well, we'll see.
I love
so
it.
This is you probably heard. This is mine. This is I sous vide my burger. I ground top sirloin, brisket, and beef short ribs, and then I stuffed it with Gruyere cheese, and then I sous vide it until it went to about a medium, and then I finished it off in the skillet. I made a garlic, rosemary, and balsamic aioli that's on the bottom, and then I caramelized onions that's on the top.
Holy mackerel!
Yes. Now, for me,
and also we have
what I did is I have my ground Wagyu. Actually ground the Wagyu. I got 2 Wagyu steaks, ground them up, and they're so good. Then I put a little of my secret sauce in with the hamburger with the Wagyu called Maggi. I don't know if you've ever heard of Maggi.
No.
It's so good. I'm sure. I hope you like it. Then I made my own steak sauce, and I smoked it. Then I smoked the burger. Then I basted it with my steak sauce while it was on the smoker. Then I went over to my grill and I finished it off on the grill. And I've got brioche buns and a little slice of provolone.
And your onions, and you fried.
Oh yeah, and my onions,
He fried some onions.
So you smoked and grilled.
Yeah.
No wonder you're so hot today.
Yeah, see? The big one goes outside and sweats inside.
Yeah, and he boiled his.
No, I simmered.
Yeah, you just sat in like... All right.
Okay.
So you taste first, and then we will taste after you.
Okay, so I just have one of these?
Yeah, just dig in, dig in.
Okay.
Those are
Here's
both,
your napkin.
I hope you're hungry, because those are both for you.
Okay, well, that's nice. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try yours first, Wes.
Drum roll.
Chris, sorry. Here
You
goes.
can bring that closer. That's a dripper.
Yes, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
The flavor profile in your patty is out of this world. Seriously, it's like that was amazing taste.
Good.
But I do love a smoked.
Well, I can't wait. Give it a whirl.
All right, here we go.
Make sure your palate is clean.
You may have to unhinge your jaw.
I'm glad I canceled my appointment with my cardiologist today.
He's not lying.
She's like, why can't you come? Like,
I'll tell you later.
you don't want to know. Magic. Man.
Silence is golden whenever you're serving someone.
Now hold your judging. Chris just tasted mine. And,
okay.
And I'll
we can
taste
let
yours.
judge.
Just a quick, and then we'll.
Seriously, I'm so happy right now.
We are too.
Yeah, this is good.
All right.
Okay.
No hurt
I'm
feelings.
so nervous. Yeah, nobody's gonna. Chris will be mad the rest of the day.
First of all, we're friends and neighbors.
We are.
And I want you to know that I've had a lot of hamburgers in my life.
Yeah.
And both of these are by far the best hamburgers I've ever had.
Nice.
All right?
Well, then
and I've eaten hamburgers from fine restaurants,
You have.
back gas station grill, you know, and
I love
backyard barbecue. And
Yes, you have.
please forgive me, but I got to go with
Oh man!
I love you. I was convinced you were going to go with Wesley.
It's all right.
That's hard.
I just tasted Chris.
Well, I just tasted Wesley's.
No,
and
seriously. Tell me the meat you ground.
It's a ground top sirloin, brisket, and then I thought, why not do some beef short ribs too?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
And the Gruyere, but your Magi seasoning.
Yeah.
I need to go find out.
Good. Yay!
Yeah,
Good.
it's
I'm so
delicious.
glad. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody.
Thank you so much, and
was a lot of
thank
fun.
you.
Yes.
I hope you're inspired to go make a burger yourself. Be
Yes.
adventurous. It is so much fun. Invite friends
So
over like
good.
Mark.
And we have these burgers, the links or the recipes in the description. And make sure that you subscribe, and comment,
share,
Do that.
comment.
I have more fun watching your videos. I can't believe I'm in one. This is hilarious.
Yay! All right, we love you guys.
Eat
Bye.
a burger.
See you later.